Well, hi, Patricia. It's
Hi,
great
Joanne.
to be together again.
Well, it's wonderful to be here. It's been a very busy time energetically, which
Oh,
has actually held the program back a bit from being made, but we had
yes.
to acknowledge it and go with that. If we're not feeling right, then we have allowed
Okay.
ourselves the luxury of not going ahead. So that's great, isn't it?
Exactly. I know we don't like to be held to any time constraints because there's
No,
no need for that.
no,
I mean,
no.
we're both retired from the
Yeah.
workday world and
The ladies who do lunch.
lay just not with each other, but
So I don't do it much at all, to be honest.
excuse me one second. Sorry about that. I just developed a little tickle as we started to laugh, so I had to take care of that issue.
Very good.
So what were we saying? We're enjoying our leisure or
Yeah.
leisure.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I really am too, because I have branched out. It feels like for me that such a focus is being put on building my physical body up.
Mm,
Because, for about 3 or 4 years, I was feeling rather immobilized. I
mm,
had, as you know, hip replacement 18 months ago or so, and I have had back problems. So I wasn't walking as well. And I've really been addressing that with physical therapy. And I joined this wonderful company called Stretch Zone, where you get massively stretched in ways you could never do by yourself by
no.
very experienced body workers, and it's wonderful.
Wow.
And I notice everything is just really opening because I've had a lot of tightness. I thought,
Mm,
oh my gosh, and stuff is stored in there, old
yeah.
patterns of, and here's where our word for the day is restriction.
Mm,
And I thought, okay, I had asked you or said to you, I don't know where I'm restricting, but I realized my body's been in restriction.
yeah.
So I'm stretching all that. But anyway, that's what we could talk about as we move
Yeah.
forward. Anything you want to say before I do our invocation?
Well, just that our synchronicity is as ever on point, Joanne, because just this week I went for a healing. I haven't been for I don't know how long. And a very gifted healer friend of mine down in the Waterford area. And she had this massive singing bowl, huge singing bowl, and she made me stand in it while she,
Oh,
sounded it out. Oh, crikey. Talk about grounding you and
mm,
realignment. So
how
that was
wonderful.
fab. And then she did a whole put me on the bed, and I had all kinds of treatments going on. And afterwards, she said to me, she said, Patricia, you must not come. She said, you haven't been for ages. And it seems to have been so busy. Because like you, I've been involved with hip replacement, gallbladder stuff, and, fortunately, and thank you, God, it's come to an end. We're over all of that, but it has been enormously time consuming and has been a diversion apart from anything else.
Yes.
Although I know that I've gotten rid of masses of stuff. But yeah, so we're just tracking each other. And because I didn't know that you'd been for that, you didn't know I'd been for a healing either. So here we are. So we're just telling you all out there, go for a healing. Go and get
We
some.
do track each other. So if I forget where I am one day, can you tell me?
I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't bet on that, to be honest.
Some days I just don't even know what day it is. Time just doesn't seem to be a thing for me anymore. I mean, if you're working every day, that keeps you grounded in that reality. But when
Yeah,
you're not going to the day job,
that's right.
um, it's hard to remember what the calendar is saying or what the clock
Yeah,
is.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I have to tell you, I know I, like you, have retired some time ago, but I'm still, oddly enough, just this past 2 or 3 weeks, I've been quite busy with clients. So
Oh,
it's almost coming out after the eclipse energy. People are thinking, oh, I think I need something, whatever it may be. And they're coming along just to, cleanse further, which is lovely. So I have had that. So, and then today, I must tell you, I just sat down at the desk and just completely overwhelmed by words and here's what you're going to do and la la la. So I've started another book. I've probably got about 3 started at
oh
this
my.
stage.
Wow.
But this happens to me. I don't think they'll interweave, but I wouldn't, I don't know. We'll just wait and see. But yeah, and it was lovely, and it's very much for me just now, all about Jesus and standing with him, merging with him, bringing his power through,
Yes.
really exclusively now, and not working, just not resonating really with a lot of the things I used to do, although I'm using a lot of the modalities like the
Yes.
visualization and things like that. So
Yes.
so it's all very interesting. I mean, we think about these eclipses and all the different things that are happening on the astrological level, and they are having an impact, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you feel that too?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like I have jumped tracks,
Yeah.
you might say. Like I'm on a new track and it feels more clearly defined.
Yes.
I still am not totally clear as to where I'm heading right now.
Yeah.
I'm learning to stay present and
Yes.
not worry so much about where I'm going, but to follow what's put in front of me
Mm,
and to allow things to unfold for my highest good.
I could resonate with that, and allow yourself to be guided and flow with that. But also
Exactly.
just putting yourself in the hands of God or whatever you want to say, but you
Yeah,
just put yourself there, and that takes such a weight off your shoulders,
it
doesn't it?
does. It does. So let's take a moment, shall we, and invite in everybody, our
Absolutely.
guides and helpers, and then we'll dive deeper into our conversation.
We will.
Okay. So let's start with the breath. Breathing in deeply the light. Breathing in manna from heaven, from the Holy of Holies, from Source light. Just breathing down deep into your belly, inviting cosmic consciousness to enter your space, to fill you up, to bring light into every part of your being, into each one of your chakras. You might imagine that above your crown chakra is a beautiful portal of light, of this most stunning pearlescent energy. And through that portal is being poured this beautiful cosmic light that is here to nurture you, to expand you, to heal you, to open your centers of awareness so that you may merge more deeply with higher levels of consciousness, of divine grace. Just breathing it in deeply. And as we do that, I invite in our guides and masters, all the beings of light, angels, ascended masters, our galactic friends in the light. We invite them all in, as well as our personal guides and helpers who surround us in every moment, whether we know it or not. They surround us with their love, with their light, as they do right now, as they bring to us spiritual nurture and a reminder that we are never alone, even though at times we feel it. So allow them to keep filling us, filling you with this light. And as it flows down through that portal, flowing through your body, touching every chakra, moving into your tissues and cells, organs, and bodily systems. It's like drinking the most beautiful golden nectar, nurturing you on levels that are hard to imagine with your human mind. But just know that you are being touched so deeply with these energies of light, with harmonics of sound and color, allowing them to wash through you. And take another deep breath. And we thank everyone here for supporting us in our conversation today. And we ask that we be vessels of healing and upliftment for all who listen now and later. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you.
Well, I feel done.
Oh, that was lovely. That was delicious.
It was delicious.
It was.
Yeah, I don't plan those. I just allow it to flow.
Yes. it was
And I
beautiful.
just felt everybody so present. So,
Yes, very much so.
yeah.
So we were going to talk about restrictions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the, I just got this new Oracle deck by Sonia Choquette. And she has a lovely deck. And twice now, we were supposed to talk originally this past Sunday, but I had
Yeah.
already gone inside and asked to be told, what would you like us to focus on? And I
Yeah.
pulled the card of restriction. And
Yeah.
it's hard for me to see in this card where the restrictive part is because I think it's pretty. Can't really see where this person is restricted.
Not really.
Not really. However, so we didn't meet on Sunday.
No.
The energy just wasn't right. So then
Yes.
we decided to meet today, and I sat down an hour or so ago and asked again, what would you like us to focus on? I pulled the same card.
Yeah.
And this is like a deck of, I don't know, 70 cards or something. Same
Yeah.
thing. So I thought, okay, they're talking to us.
Well,
We
they
really
are.
need to talk about this. And we had mentioned earlier how we feel like we're on a whole new track.
Yes.
And given that that's the case energetically, because of this solar eclipse, which really was a new beginning and offers us new life, it continues for months.
Yeah.
Why bring old patterns of restriction with us?
Exactly. So now are you going to launch into a liberation speech? I am liberated.
Shall I sing something from Les Mis? I'm going to wave the flag and
That's exactly what I could see. Well, I'm just thinking, okay, here we go. I made a note or two, but I guess there are two kinds of restrictions. There are the self-imposed ones,
yes,
and there are those that are imposed upon us. And I think that the self-imposed ones, it's not quite the right phrase, because there are blockages, restrictions within our cellular structure that are embedded there from past lives and our ancestral heritage, all of that.
yes,
So, we're saying self-imposed because we know about that. We're working on them every time we work on that and release even more. So we are freeing our every ability that we have, every potential that we have.
mhm,
And the more we do that, the more we cleanse and clear. Because quite often, I've said this before, we sort of think, oh, I think I'm done now. I've looked at that for the last time, and the universe, God has a wee laugh about that.
exactly.
They bring something back in. So we've got that side of it. And then I don't know about you, well, I possibly know about the USA, but certainly over here in Europe, there are a lot of restrictions being placed on humanity through their legislations and trying to uh, dominate us, would be the word, perhaps enslave. And so we really are being called, each and every one of us, to stand in our power, regain our power. Don't give your power away to anyone. Just keep calling it back. So it's very nice to acknowledge other people's input to your situation in your life, but always, even with therapists and even with you and I talking, it would be listen to the program. You'll like whatever you like, let go what you don't, and then cut all the cords to it as well. I mean, really,
Yes.
you have to be quite meticulous, I think, about that cutting of cords.
Mhm,
So, and that's really what I feel is that we can really take control of unblocking our cellular structure, and we could maybe set ourselves a target of, let's say, 10 days of saying, right, today I am going to affirm that I'm going to unblock, let's say, my base chakra, and start repeating out affirmations such as, I now command and demand that I am releasing every block in my base chakra that could possibly in any way be blocking me from achieving my full potential on the planet at this
mhm,
time. So, I
mhm.
mean, that's just coming in off the top. But I mean, if you really looked at it, you could craft some really punchy affirmations and make a list and, for a day or two, work on that base chakra. Now, that's you taking control. This is all about self empowerment. It's not about referring to anybody, it's about taking control. Yeah.
Yes.
And going through each chakra, making one up for each chakra, and repeating them, and saying powerful things like, I command and I demand. Because remember, every word you're saying is affecting the collective consciousness.
Right.
And we really do affect that. I mean, we have a tremendous. I was watching a Greg Braden program this afternoon with Bill, and they've now at Heart Math, they have scientifically proven the effect of us all sitting together in training to
Right.
meditate or whatever with purpose. They've now measured it and they know the impact it has. And they showed you a graph where it illustrated where 9/11 happened on this graph, and
Mhm.
how the magnetic field of the earth just went sky high,
Yeah.
because everybody in the world stopped that day, yeah, and focused there. in horror, we would say. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this, whatever it is they're using to track it, had logged it. Equally, they then, a few years obviously further on, they measured what happened. They run great big meditation gatherings worldwide. They've now got centres all over the world.
Yep.
And they measured that, and that was showing big spikes as well, as people came together with the power of meditation and the power of using their voices in prayer,
Mhm.
all of that. So,
Mhm.
Joanne, I'm very excited tonight, because what I'm going to do, I haven't quite got my act together, so I was doing some other things, but I'll get that. It's on YouTube. Greg Braden is absolutely brilliant because he's a scientist that's spiritual. He just,
Yes.
you know,
Yes. He's
but
amazing.
we everybody needs to be looking at that. Everybody needs to be tuning in. You can join, you can tell them where you are, and then they will be measuring your contribution to that as well, and it will all amplify what's going on. So I bet you sit at home the way I do and think, gosh, what can I do with this? It's really chaotic out there. How can I help? And the answer I've always been getting is go within, share your love. And I mean, I've done a lot of that, just changed it, as you say, I've gone on to a different track. And as soon as I did that, because I did it the 16th of March, um, lots of this other stuff is coming in. And I'm deeply interested in all of that, and in training our hearts and our minds and our thoughts and our words together,
Mhm.
and raising the vibe that way, raising the vibration. You and I are doing it on here.
Yes.
That is our intention, is to raise the
Is
vibration. Uh,
absolutely.
yeah, and it's lovely that these people are joining us. It's just fabulous, saying hello to everybody. And you're so welcome here. And I think next week, Joanne, you were thinking we would go live. We've got permissions or something, haven't we?
We're good. I just had to register the email
Right.
address or something. I don't know how they
Yeah.
do that, but I think we're okay. Yeah, on the 22nd of this month, which we like that number, it's a master
Oh, yeah.
number, and it's
Howard.
also Earth Day.
Yeah.
And so there will already be a lot of meditations and groups
Yeah.
happening that
Yeah.
day to honor
Yes.
the earth. So I think that's a beautiful time to get together. So our plan is to
Purple.
do this live and hopefully have some people, we'll broadcast it on our YouTube channel live.
Yeah.
If anybody is awake, alive, alert, wants to join us, they're welcome to be
He
there
wants to
and maybe
join
what?
in the excitement of whether it works or not.
Yeah, we
I
had a false start before. But again, we're trying to do all this under Mercury retrograde and,
Oh, I know.
keep
It's still,
challenging the system. Oh, yes. This
oh,
month is just all given up. But I did want to bring up something, thinking back to the word restriction, and you were talking about the power of intention. And I was thinking, all right, let's make this really personal for people.
yeah.
You mentioned the first chakra,
Yeah.
clearing and cleansing. But what is that about? That's about our survival. And
Yeah.
there's always a lot of energy going around where people are worried about survival. I'm not making enough money. I don't
Yeah.
have a good enough job. There's not enough of something that helps us in our physical security and mental security on the planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be a restriction there if we're holding those beliefs. And of course, our reality is showing us, yeah, I don't have enough money in the bank.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. But are we holding it that way because that's our belief? And
Mm-hmm.
because we believe it, the universe is giving us that.
Right.
And can we flip that so
Yeah.
that we start telling ourselves a new story and
Yes.
therefore unlock the door that has, been closed on our ability to branch out and create a different reality, because we are in kind of a new world right now. And we want
Yes.
to break all those old restrictions. And
Yeah.
for the
And
first time in years, I don't feel that kind of a restriction, which is
well, I
lovely.
don't either. Yeah. And I mean, it's all about creating new structures. It's very structural what's going on.
Yes.
And, you know me, I'm so keen on using words and sound that we can really take command and unblock. The wonderful thing is, we don't need to know specifically what we're blocking. I used to think that. I used to think, I've got to take people through all these past lives and
No.
clear for them. And it was so, I don't know the word.
Ponderous. It's
Yeah,
ponderous.
ponderous. So I think, we just do it. We just, well, let's all just close our eyes right now and focus in on the base chakra. That's right at the base of your spine.
Mhm.
And, you may see a bubble of energy there. It will be, if anything, probably a reddish color, red orange, almost an earthy color. So just seeing what's there. And within that, it's like, I don't know, it's like a secret vault. It holds all these secrets, and it holds all your potential and all your wealth. And I mean the wealth of health and the wealth of harmony, really, in your life, your joy factor. All of this is held there. And of course, it is subject and has been subject to all of this restriction through many, many, many lifetimes. And so we're just going to address that globally, if you like. We're going to take it all in Glasgow, we would say in a whanny, in one little bubble.
Mhm.
But we're going to explode that. So here's our intention. You could see, here's one way of doing it, out of your third eye. You could see a unicorn extending from there, like a unicorn, just that one horn going forward. And you see the tip of it piercing that dark brown glow, because we're going to turn that to light. So what we do is we actually insert that one horn in there, because our intention is to flow large amounts of beautiful, unconditional, all accepting love into that area. And we are sending in also the command that it will get rid of, to the light for transmutation, anything that should not be there, that does not resonate with your highest good. Highest good. Because whatever you're doing for your highest good, you're doing it for everybody. This is for everyone. And so just focusing that, this is the level of focus we need. Laser-like focus. I now command and demand that this laser-like focus of my love and my divine light is being sent in to eradicate from that first chakra anything that does not resonate with the God force. And that is the highest energy of all. That is the highest vibration, the highest resonance, the highest frequency. And you see it, you feel it going in. And as it goes in, where the tip of that horn goes in, and it begins to spread out into that darker color, and you see it beginning to turn, that color, that chakra that's being turned. Some may see gold, some may see silver or diamond or mother of pearl colors. Whatever it is for you is correct. We're all different. We're all going to see this differently. But the one thing to know is know that this is getting rid of every single block from all those past lives, from this lifetime and anything that's occurred, and from the ancestral connections, just getting rid of it. It's being sent to the light for transmutation. It will be changed into loving light, and it will not return to anybody else on this planet. So you just feel it getting lighter and lighter. That area is getting lighter and lighter, and yet you are grounding it. Now that has covered many lifetimes, many situations, many relationship stuff, you know, all the different things, all the childhood traumas, whatever you can think of, it's dealt with it. Because that's how awesome you are. That's how powerful you are. It's not about relying on anybody else to heal you. It's about you, relying on you, and allowing God or Jesus or whoever you are linked to and merged with, to flow through you and to hand over as well. Just say, this is what we are doing. If there's any further you need to do, Lord, please go ahead and do it right now. I put my heart in your heart, and together we're doing this. So just feeling yourself getting lighter and lighter. And you can take, that's just taken a few minutes, few moments. And you know, it's about peeling away layers, and it really is about that. It will take many, many things, but that doesn't mean to say that when you come back, maybe tomorrow, you will be taken to yet another level, because as you clear one lot, another lot surface. So then keep going until nothing else surfaces. And you will know, because this is also about learning to talk to your soul. You know, just say, dearest soul, I love you so much. Thank you for being with me all through my life, for protecting me, looking after me. Have I accomplished this, or is there more to do? Just ask, and then listen. You might want to ask there, you might want to ask Yeshua, the God force, whatever, you know, resonates for you. Dialogue with whatever, whoever, which beings resonate for you, because that's what Neil Donald Walsh did. He learned how to go in and just chat. Doesn't need to be a big scene or fancy wording. You just be yourself. Be yourself. Be love in action, because you know that's what you are. That's who you are. That's how you were born. And it's about returning to that. And as you return to that, you let go of all these self-imposed restrictions that can all go. I give you permission to go. every restriction in my base chakra. You can go now. Goodbye. I love you, but I don't need you anymore. I want to be totally liberated and free to express my divine potential and purpose. And by the way, I'm not quite sure what my purpose is, so will you fill me in on that too? You know, just speak it as it is. You can't say anything wrong, because you need to know that your whole soul, if you like, is seen by God, by the highest of the high, and you are loved. You are so loved. You are cherished, adored, and always seen as the purest being that you are. So just taking that in and feeling into your base chakra now, and knowing that you can devote a couple of days perhaps to going into this base chakra and keep peeling away the layers, and feel really clear before you go to the next one, the next day. Go into the second chakra. We don't have time to do that today, but my goodness, that's such a wonderful chakra to clear, because it's the womb. It's your creative center. So, you know, get that clear, and the world will be your oyster. So, beloveds, just know that's be good work. Good work. You're probably feeling yourself getting quite warm. I know I am. I'm not in a particularly warm room, so it's getting warm. You might when you come back, but before you come back, let's just say a beautiful thank you to Mother, Father, God. Thank you to Yeshua and all the masters who've joined us, all the archangelic realms and guides. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bless you. Bless you for coming in and helping us. We so need it at this time to help us rise above what is. Good. So when you're ready to start opening your eyes. Sorry, that went on a wee bit longer than I thought it might.
It's okay. It's we're not time restricted really. We have to go with the flow. And I did want to add one little thing to that, which kept coming to me, was that one of the ways we restrict ourselves in relation to what you just offered was that we sometimes don't feel worthy of
Mhm.
it. And that is a huge restriction. You close the door before it can even open wide, you know, by feeling I am not worthy. And that's a very old program
Yeah,
that would be wonderful if we could just get that one out of the way. And
yeah.
if you're not worthy, who is?
Well, exactly. Right, close your eyes then. Just close your eyes back down. Take yourself down again. And just notice that space chakra and all its beautiful cellular structure and all its beautiful colors. It's got lovely colors playing in, playing out. And there's something around. Even though you might feel pretty clear, I feel I'm pretty clear, and yet I know there'll be a wee something somewhere, a wee word said from somebody somewhere that kind of knocked you down, pushed you back, didn't see you, didn't hear you. And that's gathered somewhere. You can feel it now. You can feel it in that place. And you just take all your awareness to that place. You hone in. And you simply say, In the name of Mother, Father, God, the beloved I am presence, I command and I demand that all of these restrictive behaviors and thoughts of not being worthy of receiving God's love go now to the light for transmutation and never ever return to me or any other being on this planet. Never, ever. And as you do that, as you say that, you just feel it going. Archangel Michael Most High may help. You may be pulling it out. It's kind of like cords and ties and strings. He's pulling it out of that base chakra, taking it all away to the light. The last vestiges of it are going. And again, we give thanks. Thank you, Michael. Thank you to the highest of the high for coming in and helping us to regain our total positivity and confidence and worthiness. I am seen and I am heard. I am valued and I am appreciated. And I do this for myself also. I appreciate myself. I value myself. I see myself. I hear myself. It all has to start with you. And then it goes out from there. So just remembering that in whatever you do, starts with you. So now you just see all of that stuff going out and up to the light. It's being dealt with. And as that is dealt with, also announced, I now recall all of my power from you and from those beliefs. And you see that power coming back in, big time power, your personal power. That's it. And it's coming right back into the base chakra, building up your personal power, confidence, self-worth, self-belief. I am that I am. And so it is.
And so it is.
And just opening your eyes when you're ready.
Well, that was really powerful and a real foundation building meditation. And that's really what we're doing. We're laying a new foundation in this new time that we've entered into, right?
We
Love
are.
it. I think we did what we were supposed to do. What do you think?
I think so. Must be time for a cup of tea.
I think it is. Oh, that was spiritual food for me. I felt I still feel so filled and just beautiful, beautiful energy. We are so supported in this.
Oh, absolutely. We're very blessed, Joanne. And I had a chat with a friend today. She said to me, she says, every time you acknowledge Jesus and the God force when you're working, you are held at an even higher level because they know you're really spreading out this word because it's so positive, isn't it, Joanne? I'm sure you feel incredibly positive now, and the power of that.
I thought I was good before, but boy, I have jumped.
Yes, I
a
think
bunch of levels.
So I think it's wonderful work we're engaged in, that we're doing. And all I would say to everybody listening is, if they know of anybody that they feel would get something out of this to help them, please pass this connection along, the links along to
Yes.
YouTube and to us, because we're here to help, and that is, it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of power coming through us. I mean, we are, even if we're not toning at this particular time, what we speak has enormous power energetically and is going, if I was feeling it, I know I'm not alone, that
Oh no. It's,
everybody who listens has that same ability to soak that in, that spiritual nurturance.
yes, yes,
So thank
absolutely.
you for that, Patricia.
My pleasure.
So shall we wind up? I think we
Yes. Have we been going for a wee while, haven't we? Yeah, we've done
have,
that.
but we're timeless. I don't feel any it's like, didn't we just start?
No, I know I'm a bit
Good. We're good. So we'll take a tea break
tea break.
and we will come back together on the
Yeah.
22nd.
Yes, that would be lovely. And everybody to bring somebody else with them.
Bring a friend or
Bring a
two.
friend. We're not quite
Yes.
sure what we're going to do, but
We never are right away.
we're
We're
not restricted at all.
we're stepping out in trust.
We are de-restricted. We are liberated.
We have taken off the chains. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening, and we will see you all shortly. Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks a lot, Joanne. Lovely to spend time with you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now, everybody.